Welcome back to the Mount Witch Tarot channel. I'm your host, Sarah, and we are doing I'm going to call this my kitchen table series, I guess, where I sit in here in the kitchen and film when the birds let me, which is not very often. Let's talk about JD and Murdoch. Now, amidst all of this stuff going on with Donald Trump and the Murdoch lawsuit and the Wall Street Journal releasing that drawing and story, the whole article that, Trump got really mad about and said he's going to sue the Wall Street Journal and Murdoch. It was discovered that about a week before that happened, JD Vance had gone and had an hour-long meeting with Rupert Murdoch. I mean, that's weird, right? That's not normal, right? I don't know. It's weird. I want to know what they talked about. I want to know why JD went. Let's get 3 cards. Why? Why did JD meet with Murdoch? See what we can get here. So, why did JD go? Got a lot to do with being a self-made millionaire, I can tell you that much. The Emperor. I think JD recognizes Murdoch's power. He recognizes the power that man holds. And I think he's needing to ask him to move mountains. What kind of, did he ask for a favor? If he did, what did he ask for? JD's in a situation where he needs somebody to cut the rope and let him off of the tree. I don't know, whatever that is. He needs somebody to cut him down from the tree that he's stuck in. We'll put it that way. That's algorithm safe and gets the point across. I think this card's wanting to come out. Asking him for a favor. Asking him for a partnership. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Did they come to an agreement? They did. They came to an agreement. They found a reason to celebrate. Was there anything involving the Epstein situation? So let's kind of get into, what was it that they talked about? Was it something involving the Epstein situation? Now, that could possibly be a yes, because it is, it's got the vibe of yes. It's like, you're leaving behind something, getting a change of perspective, and going into a new chapter. So it could be a yes. I'm a little bit astounded. So this ain't even the 2 of staffs. This is the 3. They've got a whole plan. They've got a whole plan. I think it is safe to say that JD most likely is up to no good with this meeting. Now, what's interesting about that is just about an hour ago, I uploaded my August predictions for Trump. I did my Lenormand Grand Tableau, and it had some information in it about maybe possibly someone betraying Trump, like maybe someone who has been playing the role of a loyalist turns out to not so much be a loyalist. So it's interesting now that we've got these 3 cards in regard to JD and Murdoch meeting. So I feel like, JD definitely, again, recognizing the power that Murdoch has, saying hey, I'm in a situation, I need you to cut me down. Also, this is going to elevate JD in a way that other things can't. And this, speed, movement, motion, elevation. Yeah, I think we're kind of getting the big picture here of why they had their meeting. Next question, just to kind of beat a dead horse here, I suppose. JD's meeting with Rupert Murdoch, did he do something behind Trump's back? That's our question. Did he go behind Trump's back with this meeting? Maybe. Most likely. Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah. Yeah. I think, JD is tired of fighting for what he feels like is rightfully his. The throne he feels like is rightfully his. He stabbed Trump in the back with this meeting. Is Trump aware of this meeting? Like, did he know in advance? Was he lied to about it happening? Like, where does Trump fit in regard to this meeting? Surely he knew, right? Well, I don't know. The Knight of Swords rushing into things, Temperance, trying to come to what is it telling me? Oh, you know what? So I think this meeting was pretty last minute. And I think JD went under false pretenses. I don't think that Trump really paid too much attention to it because of the Knight of Swords here. I can see him kind of being like, oh yeah, you're going on trip. Oh, okay, whatever. I don't care. But I think it's last minute, but then we have this card, which makes me think, well, wait a second, last minute in terms of what? Maybe JD had wanted to do it for a while and he didn't know if he'd get the chance, because there is a sense of like, it's not last minute. It is, but it isn't. Does that make sense? And maybe like he didn't know if he would get the chance or something like that. My next question, and then we'll probably wrap it up after this for this video. Are we going to see the effects of this meeting? Will the public see the effects? And I'm not setting a time frame or anything for it. Just will we see effects from this meeting? Growing, coming to fruition, completion. I think we will, but it's likely gonna be, I'm feeling like at the end. I keep thinking at the end. So I don't think that it's anything that's really gonna come out anytime soon. What was the main objective of this meeting? Hermit. It's interesting because I just pulled these cards, not this one, but the other two for the other reading. Why am I feeling like this is kind of a last resort kind of thing? Oh, you know why? I know what I'm kind of getting from this. So I'm kind of feeling like with these two cards specifically, like this one in regards to how Trump is treating people and how he's not following possibly the orders that he was supposed to follow. I think if he had been, they would have made it quite a bit further by now with all their Project 2025 Heritage Foundation stuff. So I think Rupert Murdoch is probably, there's a good chance that he's kind of on board with that stuff, right? I don't know if he is, if he's publicly, I mean, obviously he probably is. It kind of looks like it from the cards. So I think that JD's looking for some type of stability, some type of backing, some type of support. But for what? There's something he's wanting to set in motion. And I mean, I guess like realistically, you could probably just say like, well, let's just start with, I don't want to say that word because algorithm, the takedown articles will say, things that will really kind of dismantle Donald Trump's reputation to his followers. Let's do that. Let's start kind of chipping away and weaken him in the public eye to his supporters. I'm not talking about to us. I always have to clarify that because someone's in the comments like, what reputation? We don't see him the way that MAGA sees him. Yeah, I think they're just trying to kind of get it together and just start the takedown. Why? Why? Let's see if we can get an answer to why. There's that card again. I feel like, is that Rupert Murdoch? The moon. I keep getting the same cards no matter how much I shuffle. It keeps telling me the same thing about this situation. What is it that they're trying to set into motion? Why? I think I'm going to say this. I think this is as best as a tarot can do for us with, the messages that it can provide. The moon as the chooser. JD literally is asking, help me get rid of so that I can be the president. That's what I'm going with. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The chooser, he wants to be in charge. He wants to be in charge. I mean, it's as simple as that. He thinks that he's done the work, he's ready, he's prepared, he knows what he's doing, and now he wants his rightful position. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say here that, like with some of these other cards that came out, especially this set of 4 from earlier, I'm getting a really strong feeling that Trump is just not doing what they hired him to do. He's just not doing it. He's not adhering to the plan. I think they've got a pretty serious plan that they're wanting to move forward with. And at this point, Trump's getting in the way. Gosh, there's another question I wanted to ask. This is what happens when I don't write all my questions down. Let's just take a pot shot here, though, and ask if, because of this meeting, will this turn the tides in JD's favor to the point that he will get the presidential seat. And normally I wouldn't ask a question like that of tarot, because especially if we're talking about a lot of time passing, then too many things are the impermanence of things. Too many things change along the path, you know what I mean? So you can't ask a question that's too far off and get a stable answer, because too many things will change inevitably. But just for shiggles, let me mix these up real good so that we don't keep getting the same cards, because tarot keeps giving me the same cards. I want to know if this meeting with Murdoch will lead to JD's desired outcome. And we'll get 3 cards. Will this lead to JD's, let me move my microphone, JD's desired outcome? This card's trying to jump out. Chasing a dream. He's romanticizing, okay? He's chasing a dream. I'm going to say that this is a no. I'm going to say that this thing that JD is romanticizing, and we know what this thing is, it is I'm trying to think of a good euphemism for this card. It's a pie in the sky. There we go. It's something, it's too far out of reach. It's just not feasible. Doesn't mean he won't try, but it's not feasible. Now, the Justice card makes an interesting appearance here. I have a feeling that I know why she's here. I want to get a couple cards to clarify. Why is the Justice card here? Because I'm thinking that this is going to lead to something blowing up in their faces. And I think that's why the Justice card's here. So we're going to get a couple cards and see if that's the case. Emotion, the beginning of... Oh, boy. I know exactly what this is. I'm so excited. Okay. I don't want to blow this. This is too satisfying. Why did Justice show up? Because this is going to backfire. JD set out for something that's unattainable, unreachable, and he instead gets a surprise at the end, which is justice. Why? Because of how much is unearthed, because of the theft, the deception, the, you know, the terrible choices that they have made as a collective. And it ends in heartbreak. I love that for them. Oh my God, I love that for them. You go, JD. All right, guys, I'm going to quit for the evening. Maybe I might film another later. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely go check out Trump's Grand Tableau for August. That is one of the weirdest divination spreads that I've done for Trump so far. And I think I already mentioned this. I may have mentioned it in the other part of this video because this is kind of a part 2, but not really. And that'll be linked in the little thing at the end of the video if you want to watch the other part of this one. I think I mentioned this, but there's too much happening in August. And when I did the tableau, I set my intentions for the whole month of August, and I got just inundated with information. A lot of really good predictions in there, but I'm going to have to do that video again and kind of go week by week to break it down, to get more specific, because there's just too much, way too much. Anyway, hopefully you guys will check that out. If you're new here and you like political divination, be sure to hit the subscribe button and stick around. And if you like this video, click the like button. You can click dislike too if you want. I don't mind. It doesn't matter. It just helps me out if you engage with the video. So thumbs up, thumbs down, leave me a comment. Look forward to seeing what you guys think about this. And if you guys have like a bunch of questions about this subject, fill the comments up with them and I'll make like another part to this video because I think this is a huge topic to talk about. So really interesting, really having a lot of fun kind of tracking this situation with tarot. Anyway, I will go for now and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you later.